Hello and welcome to this video on the Quality Matters checklist. This is Professor Morgan. I am doing this video as a tutorial per the request of the wonderful folks over at Moodle to help you with this. So what is this? Why are we even caring about this? Well, basically, the Quality Matters is a set of best practices for online classes that can help enhance the student experience. And why is that important? Well, I'll tell you a quick little story. So at another school that I've taught at, I had a student survey at the end of the semester, and the students generally had graded my class as easier than most of their classes, to the point where my supervisor is like, "Well, hey, are you not holding them accountable? You're not making them do all this stuff." I said, well, look at the comments that they've put in. And the students put down, I found this class a lot easier because everything was clear. I had all the instructions and I knew exactly what to do. I could focus on what I needed to do and not how I needed to do it. So I'm like, I take that as a win. Not that the course material was any easier. It wasn't. It was just they could focus on that and not how to do it. So let's go through this. Again, I've tried to set up an example of how this could work as far as practical ways. So let's just walk through it. Okay, so again, there are these there's general rubric standards for Quality Matters. So I'm just going to walk you through how I've kind of done it to make it as easy as possible. Okay, so there's all these little substandards and stuff like that. Some of these we're already doing, and some of them you may need to make sure you're doing. Okay, so for this first one here, it's like make sure students know where to go and direct them to the Moodle student orientation. Okay, so I'm going to take a look, and what we're going to do is I'm going to show you an example of a course of this. So this is a course that I've kind of created to show what we're doing here. So what I always do is that the first thing they do is I tell them this is an online class, and then I have them watch this video about taking an online class, and I'll share the link in a separate document on this, and it basically just explains, hey, this is what you need to know to take an online class as far as technology. So that's just very helpful, so they know exactly what they're supposed to do first. And then the second thing I do is I create a video that walks them through, where I just show them how the class is set up. It's done by weeks, and how we kind of access things on a very broad scale, and how they can access information. I use a tool. I've used a couple different tools, but Screencast-O-Matic is one that I like, and I will be sharing with that of that link as well. And then kind of down here I have information about the textbook and my email. I found that if I just because even though it's on the syllabus, the students are like, what's your email address? So I put it there. Okay. And then where we're going to spend a lot of time is here under the resources. So the students need to know what to do first, right? And the other thing is that direct them to the Moodle student orientation. So what I've done on my page here is I have a place called resources. And this is, I would explain this in this second video. Okay, under resources, okay, I've got this. To get more information how Moodle works, as a student, click here. So when they click here, it opens up a new I've set it up so they can open up a new link, and that takes them to this student orientation. Ta-da! Cool. All right. Okay. It talks about a netiquette guide. Okay. Well, what the heck does that mean? Okay. Well, let's go back to my course here. Okay. Um, so to learn about the proper behaviors for taking an online class, also known as netiquette, please click here. So when I click there, I've got it set up, and there's the netiquette guide. Woohoo! All right. And again, I will have the link in a separate file that shows you how to do that. Okay, so that's very helpful. Okay, and then, oops, let's go back to here. Okay, so that's the netiquette guide. Okay, all courses should have a minimum technology thing, but you need to have some stuff that's specific to yours. Okay, now that's where we can put this into our syllabus. So I've also got a kind of mock-up syllabus where I've shown you where I've added things. Okay, so this is 1-6. So I went down here to the technology requirements, and so I just put give learners a brief list of technologies they will need to know. This is directly from the Quality Matters thing, like give a brief list. So if you use Edpuzzle, or if you use Flipgrid or Screencastify or something, list it here. And you don't have to put the 1-6. I just did 1.6. I did that just for reference for this video. But this is where you could put it into your syllabus that specifies that. That'd be very helpful for students. Okay, great. Let's go back. All right. And then the next one here is self-introduction, okay, where they can introduce themselves. Okay, so what again I've done for this course is under week 1, oops, I am still under the resources, so let's get back to this main page here. Okay, so under week 1, and we'll get to this in a second, okay, I have an introductory form, okay? So this is like where I just say, you know, your name, your program of study, your career goals, hobbies, and interests, anything you want to share. I have them add a picture, okay? But it doesn't have to be a picture of them. It could be of their pet or something, just to help me connect, okay? And it just explains that I want to have them respond to 3 other people. And then I will include my introduction in this form as well. So this is, you know, so I tell a little bit about myself. So that's how you can do that. It's a great way to kind of, it's an icebreaker at the beginning of the semester. You know, that's just going on. By the way, just a little side note, I also create videos for every single week that show what we're doing for the week and how it's done, and it explains things. Does this take a little time? Yeah. But does it help the students? Absolutely. Okay. Is that part of the quality matters? Kind of, as you'll see as we go through this. Okay. Anyway, so that's the introductory form. Boom. Let's go back to quality matters. Okay. So we've covered the stuff here on the first slide of how you can do that. Okay. Let's go to the next slide. Boom. Okay. The second one's, yeah, it's already found the syllabus. Woo. High five. Okay, next one. So we need to cover 3.4 and 3.5. Okay, so inform learners how they're going to be assessed, and inform learners when they can expect feedback. So again, I went back to the syllabus, and there's already kind of an area that's kind of is a good place for this under the core requirements. So I just wrote, you know, each week there will be assignments, online discussions, and/or exams with due dates. Assignments will be graded within 5 business days of the due date. Okay, so that addresses 3.4 and 3.5. Okay, how they're going to be assessed? Well, they're going to be assessed every week by the assignments that I put into Moodle, and you know, when to expect feedback. I clearly stated that it's going to be within 5 business days. Okay, I think that's fair because stuff happens in life, right? All right, moving on. Okay, so this is under 4. This falls under kind of really academic freedom as far as you know, how you set up your class and the different materials. These are some great things to be using. You know, different variety of things. You're not doing the same thing over and over, just you know, reading assignment, whatever. You know, there's videos, there's different actual instructions. You know, and make sure that your textbook is up to date and stuff like that. So again, this is really, there's nothing specific here that we have to do aside from just, you know, that's academic freedom. But yeah, we like variety. Yeah, we do. Okay, moving on. Okay, so we've got this 5 area. So part of this is already in the syllabus. Okay, so ensure the assignments are addressed explicitly in the outcomes and that there is interaction among learners. Okay, so the first one here is ensure assignments address the expected learning outcome. So what I did is in the syllabus for this one is that, okay, so we have for this class right here, this is, what is this? English 213. Okay, so there's the SLO for this class, right? And then here's the learning outcome. I just added this little part here in red where I directly connected the fact that, hey, you're going to be doing, you know, an assignment that helps us measure the student learning outcome. And I specifically just stated, hey, that is writing project 3. Okay. So when you go back to this one, okay, ensuring the assignments address the, you know, the learning outcomes. Okay, and that's also something that's done with your program and as you do your assessment days and stuff like that. Okay, so other opportunities, discussion boards. Again, if you're, you know, this is probably the easiest way to do it, discussion board. So I'll give you an example from this class. So for this class, we study A Raisin in the Sun, and so I have a discussion board. This is a summer class, so I kind of, you can see it's really jam-packed here. Okay, so for example, here's a discussion board that I do where I just have them, you know, you know, like we're talking about A Raisin in the Sun, and you know, so I just post a question that I have, you know, students respond to. So this is a great way you have student interaction. Not the only way you can do it, but a discussion board, you know, throughout the semester. I wouldn't do them necessarily every week. It kind of depends on the class, okay, that you're going to be doing and what's really the best practice for your class. But find some way, some sort of interaction, okay? So boom, that takes care of those two. Moving on. Okay, next one is, okay, let's make sure that course tools supporting are up to the director. Okay, the discretion of the instructor. Yeah, okay. So that's, again, academic freedom, so we're not going to go over that. Again, variety of technology should be used within the course. Again, quizzes, discussion boards, third-party resources. Again, that's really up to you as this, but again, students like the variety, okay? And then information on performing the data and privacy. Okay, so this is stuff that you should know, but again, I'll include the file. I have another little, actually got a folder here. Wow. I'll send this file along. It's the distance education policy. It's a PDF. We're not going to go through that right now, but just make sure that you understand that as far as what is required. Okay, so make sure, as long as you're following the kind of the guidelines when you're doing your stuff in the in your course, we kind of just do it by default, so it's fine. I wouldn't, but it would be great to kind of get a refresher on that. You don't need to post that. It's not really for the students per se, as much as I don't know, at least that's the way that I understand it. The course provides learners with information on protecting their, oh, I lied, okay. So the course provides learners with information protecting their data and policy. So then that would be a file that I would include. Probably I would go back to the top of anything, and put that under resources. And again, I would point that out in my introductory video. So they have a copy of that file. All right. Oops, etiquette, where are they there? I read that wrong the first part when I was prepping for this, and I'm too far in the video to want to start over. Woo! Okay, gotta love the honesty. Moving on. Okay, next one. Okay, so they've asked us to include digital teaching and learning stuff information. So again, I went back to my rubric here, and what I did is under the technology requirements, it talks about how you can, right, here's the information to the help desk, right? I just added this line right here: for Moodle issues, please, whatever. I put that information down. Please check with Moodle to make sure they have the most recent information as far as the phone number and the email address. Okay, but that's 7.1. Fantastic. Go back. All right, 7.2. Okay, so this is dealing with accessibility. Okay, so what I've done here is that needs to be a statement, okay, that deals with this. So what I've done is put that into the rubric, and what I've done down there, it's right here. I added this under the ADA part. This is verbatim. This is verbatim from this right here. All right, okay, because they phrased it great. I thought that's fantastic. So it's in here. It's in the. That's how I just added it to the rubric. Okay, moving back up here. Okay, Moodle's homepage has a hot button for academic support services. Okay, so again, where did I put that? I put that here under resources. Okay, so under resources again. For more information on academic support services, okay, look at the Shaw Moodle page, okay, where it talks about things about Upswing and the Writing Center and Student Affairs. I've made that all bold. So then you click here, and again, that just takes you to the Shaw main web page when you log into Moodle, and this is what it's talking about. See, look, there's Upswing, there's the Writing Center, Student Affairs. Yay, yay, that's cool. All right, that's under resources. So go back to this bad boy here. So that actually addresses those two things right there, okay? Because I have a button that takes them there, and I know that it's, hey, look, this is, inform them of the support services. And again, in the initial messaging, that's where when I go, and again, I create this this second video, okay, about how to do stuff. I just walk them through that. I'll just open up the resources and say, hey, this resource does this resource does this resource does this. And that just is very helpful. Or you can actually just, write it out if you don't feel like making videos, okay? Oh, almost out of time. Better hurry. Okay, what else we got? All right, and then, yeah, just make sure that it flows well. This is kind of subjective stuff, but just read through that and make sure that all the links are working, and make sure that you have the most recent links, because they do go out of things. And yeah, it's organized, because that's a cool thing. All right, and there you go. Hope that's helpful. And yeah, let's go get her done.